Hi, I'm Nate Marchand, but you can call me Uber Nerd. Ha! I'm 29 years old. I'm from Pearson, Indiana. I'm a freelance writer with aspirations of going to grad school, and I would love to be on King of the Nerds. First thing you'll notice when you walk into my room is what I like to call the Tower of Nerddom. Now, the first three shelves you have right here are my DVD and Blu-ray collections of various movies and TV shows. And I have a very eclectic collection. I have Doctor Who, I have some anime like Cowboy Bebop or Rurouni Kenshin, which is one of my favorites. A lot of superhero movies, particularly the Marvel movies, because I love Marvel comics. So I have Avengers, Captain America, the special Broken Cowl edition of The Dark Knight Rises. I have Smallville, and a couple of my favorite 80s cartoons down here, classic Transformers, Thundercats. One of my biggest fandoms right here, which would be Star Trek. I have all the movies, still haven't gotten to TV shows, but I'm working on that. They just keep releasing them on Blu-ray whenever I want to start collecting them. One of my other big fandoms is Godzilla. Up here, kind of my guilty pleasure. I love watching those movies, as cheesy as they are. And then you get down here, and you have, these are all of my, well, not all of them, these are my science fiction and fantasy books. This is only part of my collection. These are the ones that I haven't read yet, so I leave them out here so I can remind myself to read them. Now, there's a couple exceptions, like these right here. I've read these already, and I have them out on my shelf because I wanted to reread them. These are a couple of my favorite books. But most interesting thing is a couple of the books I have here in my collection, I actually wrote. See? Right here. These two smaller books were self-published and were written with a couple of other authors. But this right here is my crowning achievement as a writer so far. This is my first science fiction novel, Pandora's Box. What's it about? Well, it's a military science fiction story set 100 years in the future about a young female soldier who is single-handedly defending the world's last stockpile of WMDs from a ruthless dictator, whose goal is to, you guessed it, take over the world. Of course! Between my brothers and I, we've been collecting video games and video game consoles ever since we were little kids. And we've got everything from an NES all the way to the PlayStation 3. So here's some of our NES games. We have Wii and GameCube games back here, PS2 games right here. These are my PS3 games. You'll notice I have a lot of fighting games like King of Fighters, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Injustice. Because I'm a huge fighting game aficionado. And my favorite franchise in fighting games is Street Fighter. Which is why I went and I bought this. This is one of the crown jewels of my media collection. It is the 25th anniversary collector's set for Street Fighter. Comes in this nice felt box, and then you open it up, and it's got a certificate of authenticity, a belt, a karate belt, an 11 CD soundtrack, movie and television collection, and a statue of Ryu that lights up. So, you might be asking yourself, Nate, who's your favorite Street Fighter character? Well, Guile, of course, because his theme goes with anything. Sonic Boom! Sonic Boom! Sonic Screwdriver! I have several costumes that I'm very proud of. One here is this is my Superman costume, has a cape and everything. And I wore this to a Halloween swing dance party, which was a lot of fun. And this is my most recent costume, a classic Starfleet uniform from the original Star Trek, which I wore to the midnight premiere of Star Trek Into Darkness. But the costume that's got me the most attention by far is this, my Captain America costume, which also comes with a metal shield and a mask. I didn't wear this to the midnight showing of the Avengers. I went on a Saturday afternoon, which was also free comic book day, I might add. And I can't begin to tell you how much attention I got, because I was the only one there in costume, and everybody wanted a picture with me. Last summer I went to Gen Con, which was the first big convention I've ever been to, and these are my souvenirs. I met Nichelle Nichols, the original Uhura on Star Trek, and got an autographed picture of her. And I also met Will Wheaton, who played Wesley Crusher on Star Trek The Next Generation, got an autographed picture of him. And I met Elena Lemmer, who was an artist selling artwork down there. She drew this picture of Chun-Li, and I saw it, I couldn't resist buying because I love Street Fighter, and Chun-Li is awesome. So, I wish I had more time to show you guys other stuff. I have an action figure collection, comic book collection, but I hope I've shown all you guys all the most important things. So I look forward to seeing you on King of the Nerds.